with you. Parliament has finally been dissolved, and we will finally soon go to the polls. In the last 8 weeks, my colleagues in Abu and I have been travelling through the country, through all the constituencies, to take the Abu message of change. I can tell you that what we have seen has reinforced for us that truly we need to Abu this country if we are to save this nation. We are a rich nation, and yet what we have seen is 40% of our people who live in the most impoverished of conditions, deprived of the most basic necessities. As I did in the last elections, I now ask all of you again, this time, this election, make your vote a vote for the marginalized Malaysians. My colleagues and I at Abu will, in the coming days and weeks running up to polling day, continue to work through the constituencies to take the Abu message of change, and that is that the people must come collectively together, overcome the politics of race that UMNO and BN have for so long planted in our midst, and we must, as one people, vote to bring in a new regime. My friends, there is much work to be done, and in this regard, I wish to remind all of you again, the material that Abu has come out to combat the media war with Utusan Malaysia and the TV stations owned by UMNO Barisan Nasional have all been uploaded on the Abu website. There are plenty, and we need your assistance. We need you to work with us to download these and to take them out to the villages, to the kampongs, as part of your effort to bring about the change that we all desire. You must on polling day come out early to vote, and tell these to your friends, to your relatives as well. Coming out early to vote means you deny the phantom voter the opportunity to steal your vote. After you have voted, do not go back. Stay at polling stations to assist the Abu squads that will be on hand to deal with foreigners who attend at polling with a view to cast a vote. After the voting and counting has been concluded, accompany the ballot boxes to the tallying centres. Stay and defend your electoral process. To foreigners who have been given my cards, please hear this. Abu has issued warnings to all of you to stay away from our polling stations on PRU 13 day. Please take this warning seriously. On polling day, Abu squads will be patrolling all polling stations, and they will deal with all foreigners who are intent on defying this warning. Please, I emphasize again, take this warning seriously. To Pakatan and the other non-BN parties that will be facing UMNO in this coming election, please understand this. Many of us, many of the rakyat are sacrificing much to work to bring about the regime change that we desire. We expect you to do the same. We expect you to put the interests of the rakyat before the interests of your respective parties. We do not want to see parties squabbling for seats. Please do not take the vote of the rakyat for granted. Understand this, that you get our vote by default, not because we love you, but because we so despise UMNO Barisan Nasional and the manner in which they have cheated and robbed the rakyat all of these years. Do not take our vote for granted. You have given us promises of reforms. Deliver on those promises. You have promised that in the first 100 days of forming the new government, you will implement changes. We think 100 days is too short a time. We will give you 200 days. If you do not deliver those reforms in the 200 days that we now give you, please understand that you will then see the rakyat on the streets. To the candidates from the non-BN parties who will be contesting, do not betray the vote that the rakyat give to you. UMNO Barisan Nasional will come to seduce you with much on offer. Do not succumb, but if you do, take this advice. Take what you will and leave the country. If you do not leave, trust me, we will hunt you down and we will ensure that in the shortest possible time, a by-election will be held to fill up the vacancy that would have been caused. Take this warning seriously. To Najib, understand this. We will not be cheated on polling day. We will do all that we can to prevent any cheating. We will go to all lengths and at all costs to ensure that on polling day, the will of the people will be heard. We hear that you and your party intend to cause trouble before, during, and after polling. We are ready for you. Many of us, are ready to die. Are you ready to die? Finally, I make this pledge on behalf of Abu to all the Rakyat. Many have asked, will Abu still be around after the regime change? This is my guarantee on behalf of Abu to the Rakyat of Malaysia. The work of Abu really begins after the regime change. There is much reforms we know the people desire. We will continue to serve you to ensure that those reforms that you seek are delivered. And if they are not delivered, then we will work with you for another regime change. God be with us on polling day, and by God's grace, we will save this nation. Thank you.